So download the Shock app now, क्योंकि शॉक से शॉक तो लगेगा.
The only way of stopping the runs really with the depth in batting lineups. Now some respite for the quicks in particular. Salt went down the ground on a couple of occasions, tried again, and that brilliant grab from Alex Carey, absolutely outstanding. A lot of boundaries, all action cricket, clips leg side. Nice drive from Jamie Smith, who came in at number 3, more regulation catch. Carey at middle, 2 wickets to Dorchester, 2 wickets to Australia.
A marked difference in terms of approach as you watch actually, because Salt and Smith looking to go after it, and then as you watch Duckett, who normally would probably go at it as well, and Root, there's a more what we'd call controlled and not necessarily overly aggressive approach. 22 balls before that last boundary and unfussed with the rate going quite nicely.
Because the new Josh Buttler said we're not that fast. Carey's been top of his game. He has been for a year or so. It reflects what sort of mood he's in as a cricketer and what sort of form he's in when he takes catches like that. As we've seen with Steve Smith in the last few months, catching a slip of the spinner. Great nick. Certainly found his hands. Root has found a gap. Outfield, very quick here.
It's probably been about a year or so, I reckon, since you could say Joe Root was out of form. And I know it's test matches, you watch him in and he just blunders run. This is magnificent. No pace on it, but so well balanced, and he picks the gap on that onside. Easy as you like, and it rolls away for 4. Such a wonderful shot.
Going back to your point, Connie, about England just being a little bit more circumspect in the last bit of that power play. Maybe they're learning from their mistakes from India, where they just went too hard and then at the power play moment lost key wickets and then exposed that middle order to spin. With Zampa to come on and England lacking left-handers and their best player is spin. In fact, these two are their best players of spin, Duckett and Root. I think Duckett's done the right thing. Try and be in when Zampa comes on as that left-hander. Have been all out in 5 of their last 7 ODIs. They've gone a bit too hard. We will see today, 80 for 2.
एक क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दौरान लाइव जाने पर अपने टीवी को तोड़ने की गुरेज करें. Don't Pro Max Plus लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट on my phone app through Micro.
Pakistan's most reliable solar inverters. Knox से बेहतर कोई नहीं.
न्यू फोन 4G की ठीक ग्रैंड ऑफर से मिले 100 GB डेटा और फ्री शॉक सब्सक्रिप्शन तो हर दिन बोले डेटा बहुत है. IP65 Onyx इन्वर्टर जो डे आम इन्वर्टर के मुकाबले में ज्यादा जनरेशन सोलर पैनल कोई भी इन्वर्टर सिर्फ सोलर पैनल.
In the power play, sometimes balls very early. It's good.
Well, this is Glenn Maxwell's first ever match in Pakistan. Never played in Pakistan before. He was
missed the last tour through injury, which was the first time Australia had toured here for a long, long time.
Same with Joss Butler. Joss has never played in Pakistan before.
You talk about getting Maxwell into the game as the fifth bowler. Surprised he hasn't gone to Zampa straight away. Got such a great record against Joe Root in this format of the game. You're talking about wickets being the best currency.
Might be that left-hander as well, though. And then as he tossed it up, my God, duck hit, maybe Maxwell doesn't turn at all, is the question. That's a pitch, this one. I get none at all in terms of turn.
Regardless of turn, you still have to turn to your most experienced and your best bowler, which is Adam Zampa. So often when Australia have got their backs to the wall, they do turn to him. Over the last 12, 18 months, they've liked him to bowl a little bit deeper. Tends to come into his own a little bit more when batters are going after him. As Maxwell, he'll be able to toil away. He'll be thinking in his mind, if I can go for under a run of ball, maybe pick up one wicket. Try and get Harry Brook in. Face Zampa first up. That'll be a matchup Australia are looking forward to. Joss Butler first up with the leg spinner.
Love the pressure of the tournament as well, and I think back to India 2023 where Zampa started slowly and Australia in general, and then the team sort of picked up as the tournament went along and ended up winning it. Luxury here in terms of time, so you can't have a poor game because that you
King on, getting down the ground off the spinner. 7 for 2.
Portuguese PT Grand Overseas Slow GB data on P-Shock subscription. Play data for zero lifetime illegal gas. Trust me, I know it's not good. Zero lifetime is not good.
Shut down the angles of Ben Duckett. Likes it when the ball's wide, very strong spur of the wicket, or when it's coming into his body from over the wicket. When that was around the wicket, he can still come into that off stump. Not shut down the offside. Not allow Ben Duckett to freeze arms and play away.
with the pitch as good as it is, the question will arise for the England batters if they're doing enough, and they're playing really well here, 7.2, but also to legislate for if there is due later on, whether the score they'll have on the board will be sufficient, when to press the button, whether to go that little bit harder.
Just wonder if in the back of their mind there will be that worry of being bowled out 5 out of the last 7 games. Do they continue to just push it a little bit deeper?
Yes, it's also balancing that, isn't it? Yes, you've been bowled out, but in being conservative, if you end up just 300 on here, it's not going to be enough. You might have batted better, but you then don't quite win the game.
Well, the game is so mental. Trying to balance all of that out while you've still got some thoughts of what happened in the past.
So, thinking when I saw that Carey actually great figures in world cricket at the moment. Phillips catch we showed, Maxwell's in that list, Jadeja. Should be adding to that list, Jadeja, Maxwell, Phillips, great athletes in any position. Once a couple, it's, in the end says no. think he could get back. 91 for 2.
In cricket season, match के दौरान लाइव जाने बस अपने टीवी को तोड़ने से गुरेज करें। Don't want to grow back plus लगाएं और देखें free cricket on my song now free Michael. और मैदान हमारा मैदान इस मैदान में जीत की लगन और मुसलसल जद्दोजहद की हमारी कामयाबी हम हैं ब्रोंस और दे उजाला जिंदगी fresh next door, light the door up, fresh next door, fresh, I'm keeping fresh. Now introducing you Love Fresh Up Extra with 2 times longer fresh scent. Champions Trophy enjoy karo. Log on a package. With chalk app and TV. So the HD quality video. Flash fiber, number 1 internet. On 1218, but download the UPTCL app now. इस क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दौरान लाइव जाने बस अपने टीवी को तोड़ने से गुरेज करें। Don't want to grow back plus लगाएं और देखें free cricket on my song now free Michael.
It's this game because just a little touching it away for 4. Got to help your bowlers. It's a tough day for all of them, whether it's fast bowlers or it is spinners.
Fifty partnership, Root and Duckett. Just 50 balls as well. Good momentum on the back of a couple of early wickets. Joe Root started beautifully in the middle of the battle box so far. Opens the face there. Everything's decent. Called Hammer. The shout there. Who was that? English. Well done, Hammer. Feels that Ben Duckett wants to get after Maxwell. He's used his speed a couple of times. He's gone over the infield last ball of the previous over. Mid on and mid off both inside the circle. Out the pitch, down the ground. Smashes it for 6. Excellent from Duckett. 100 up for England. 102 for 2.
New stronger Pepsi.
Experience the luxury of Vaso 7 Tree, pure water savings. Vaso 7 Tree. Cricket के शौकीन ICC चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी तो देखेंगे शौक खिलाड़ियों से शौक क्योंकि शौक से शौक तो लगेगा नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी और स्ट्रॉन्गर भी भाई
New stronger Pepsi.
New phone 4G की GT ग्रैंड ऑफर से मिले 100 GB डेटा और फ्री शॉक सब्सक्रिप्शन तो हर दिन बोले डेटा बहुत है
It's Amber into the attack. Hands on Maxwell. Pitch called it. Could be looking to go positive to the last ball of that previous over. It's some style. Good thump down the ground as the Kookaburra smashes onto the concrete. Battle between those two. Against the off spin of Maxwell, who can read the game exceptionally well. A bit better of him on that occasion, but he's now up against the leggy of Zampa, important PB for Australia, not just in this game, but however long they last in the Champions Trophy. Section out on the leg side, long on, deep mid wicket, and sweep. Full toss that, not a surprise, Joe Root. You could only pink it into the leg side for a single. Could be a good battle as well, Zampa against Root. Mentioned before, Zampa, Wales versus England. What a good record. Afternoon, Simon Dorr, Mel Jones. How are you seeing it, Mel? Australian hat on.
I was listening with Matthew Hayden and he said, nobody runs on this with one eye shut. I think that certainly explains, well, one, the talent of the guy. Matches where that is going to be pivotal.
To take a single on the last ball will be over this time. Make the two.
Pakistan's most reliable solar inverters. Knox division Queen.
That was your today with the long level. Zero lifetime to give it a gas market. Pakistan's first behind it is not yours. Always a big zero lifetime is not good.
The Apple connection to the New Age cables. Ahead connection. Simply say.
Better time to not put it and go there and you have to be partially. Love their data. Better time. That was your
Quiet. Set field to duck it. Next side, I know the two spinners are operating. Pitch looks absolutely beautiful. As a jet, rule the bowler, you're looking to mix it up all the time, or you're going to suck it up, take your medicine at times.
Well, how do I not go for more than 60? Use the bigger side of the ground. I think that's one of the keys. One of the things if you look at, saw that with Walsh is trying to angle the ball. He's got a couple wrong. So really targeting the stumps, not giving anything too much here. As soon as it goes above the eye line, duck, it's going to come down a little bit. Root probably a little more circumspect. From a pace bowler's point of view, as we go through the game, look for them to use the bigger side of the ground, 73 metres away to that side compared to 63 the other.
That's something, that's right. That's well. For that,
It's rock hard. I can tell you that. But not only the pitch, the whole block. There's a lot of area as well. It's very hard.
I was reading what Duckett was trying to do well there, just followed him. Go practice your fielding on the M1 motorway or something like that, practice your diving. Those lovely burns on your elbows and knees. Partnership is ticking along.
I saw Steve Smith. Last time Mel Jones to name his entire 11, and he did it. One of the most challenging things you have as an international cricket captain.
Just
Name your full 11.
name a couple that you're interested in. That's captain for you, isn't it? Man, name all of them. I'm interested in all of them. Name will do well. 16 overs gone. 13 for 2.
खेल क्यों चाय और जगह वाइट व्यू जिंदगी थी or they get 3 crickets on my phone out in my book. खेल क्यों चाय try like we should whether that is too complicated and you don't really have to be artillery. Whether that is your or they get 3 crickets on my phone out in my book. This man on that cheeky of it on the silver to the jet, he's bloody belly up.
Pakistan's most reliable solar inverter, Knox division for India.
Active like it, Nidra, KNS, Delight.
Knox division was born about the division. She was especially heavy to the about that.
यूफोन 4G की GT ग्रैंड ऑफर से मिले 100 GB डेटा और फ्री शॉक सब्सक्रिप्शन तो हर दिन बोले डेटा बहुत
तो अपडेट हुए उसके बाद डेट आ रहा है पहले अपडेट ही तभी डेट आ रहा है
Docket is 43.
यार अपडेट तो मैंने भी किया लेकिन मेरे पास स्पीड नहीं आ रहा।
Full tosses that Bucket now and route before him but missed out on.
Had a bit of a break too. White ball cricket came back to that here in Australia originally played against Sri Lanka. It was one thing I did notice about his bowling. He tended to be a lot fuller than what he usually was. Word from the camp is that just sort of getting back into the rhythm of one-day cricket.
It's normally Root's bread and butter. Able to just get onto the back foot against the spinner and not hit for one. Hit a groan stroke. That's he hit the fielder. The gap on this occasion. Root's moved England wants to play, and we've seen that through every red ball or white ball. They have a way they want to play the game. It's quite an aggressive way. I feel like you need someone to bat around. And you bat around, and he works. I think you can build structure and an innings around Joe Root. Press more it seemed about James Smith powering him to go number 3 and he's going in at the power play. Moving on something that's been okay. Get moving. So Root down him, it might be to do with struggles in this period of lane. We keep the tempo going, which they were very good a few years ago. Build around Root, but then we're back to 3. 2.
Awesome is for everyone. Now introducing the all-new Galaxy A16.
Pakistan's most reliable solar inverters. Not visitor for anything.
So we're looking to angle the ball back into Duckett's pad. You can't get too full. You end up going over with wicket. Step back. Probably the right call from Joe Root. He comes up and Duckett. Get a run out of service like this, that's for sure.
Pretty good with that forwards from Australia, but now they're building the field so far as well.
Get it. And that's a rare little fumble, which eventually doesn't cost Head or Australia another run. But so far, they've been excellent in the field. Mel, you alluded to it earlier. The bowlers are under pressure naturally because the service is so good. You need your fielders committed, diving on that hard square. You take actions like this, just the back of the bowl, there's something else.
Manager McDonald, particularly in his preparation for the tournament, this has been, and we've looked at these grounds, and okay, we're going to talk about the pitch, but let's talk about the ground surface as well. Now, quick, the extra speed in those first couple of strikes.
Gets away with it, and it runs away for 4. Root gets lucky. It's boundary in 21 balls. Australia had a bit of control. It favours Root on that occasion.
We've talked about what this pitch is and where it runs on offer. He's just got to take that inside edge, turn the boundary, and then just move on.
In a row, he's found a little bit. I thought this innings was simply brilliant. Really going at the top. Pulled away leg side and with authority takes Ben Duckett to 50. That's the danger. too full or dragged down, ducket was always going to go mid-wicket. So with the angle into the left hand, and this is the problem you're going to face. You're going to bowl that angle. Don't worry about the guy at point. Be good from ducket though. Pace off, sat in the surface, too easy. First 50 good Ben Duckett, ICC events. He has had England off to good starts of late. It's just going on. Even last year, consistency at Duckett has been excellent in the hundreds. So it might have been there. 126 for 2.
मैदान हमारा मैदान इस मैदान में छींकी लगे और मुसलसल जद्दोजहद की हमारी कामयाबी हम हैं फ्रांस भारत उजाला जिंदगी में
Freshness the one, like the door of freshness the one. Fresh, 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 I'ma keep it fresh.
Now introducing Hilal's Fresh Up Extra with 2 times longer freshness.
The Zampa again. I'm afraid to throw it up. Associate Zampa sometimes we're sort of trying to skid it under the back, but he's a couple up. One googly that went past the outside edge of Duckett. That obviously didn't beat Root, but it had air. Nicely flighted. And that Indian 50 over World Cup Zampa was simply superb for Australia. Started a little slowly, as did Australia. It really was absolutely phenomenal for them. Fascinating to hear Matthew Hayden saying, you know, he's been for Australia since, well, obviously Warning and Brad Hobb.
Yeah, got Tanvi Sangha in the squad as well, which made a lot of Aussies go, when was the last time there was 2 wrist spinners in the side, and it was Warne and Bevan. And you've got a leggy picking up a wicket every 31 deliveries, and that rate is bettered by most. Only by Sack Lane, Rashid and Indus with 150 plus ODI wickets. You've really got such a...
We looked at some numbers in the recent tournament in Dubai about in that time Zampa hits the stumps. That's 50% of his deliveries. Almost 1 in every 3 are going. The springs back to play, skid that one on. Looks like such a high class. Oh, good again. Duckett realised it was the last ball of the over, wanted to find a boundary. 129 for 2, he couldn't.
इस क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दौरान ड्राइवर अपनी टीवी को धोने से गुरेज करें सॉन्ग मार्केट प्रो मैक्स प्लस लगाएं और देखें क्रिकेट ऑन माय सॉन्ग ऐप थ्रू माय प्रो एक मिनट से जाने की पीक्यू चाय और क्रिकेट rightly viewed sympathy to you.
Decided bowl that was simply brilliant. It's there in middle. Third diving catch so far. Simpler one, second time to get rid of James Smith. Such a condensed tournament. Every game is so important. Excellent yesterday, beating Afghanistan. The back foot. Eagle points. The grace here in the hall. Value valuable points up the grass. Must win games on so many levels. Tomorrow, against Pakistan must win. There's so much more in that game. This is what co-hosting really Pakistan. We'll go out early. Against might of India in Dubai. Yeah. It's pretty chaotic. A couple of nights ago, I was back from Dubai. The first game in the stadium, plays around the stadium. The show will be twice as bad. The run rate with a couple of points, having beaten Pakistan comfortably. Must win situation for Pakistan. Johnson's got that angle, that wicket, just trying to do exactly that. It's very difficult for recruit to protect down to. Got to be so disciplined as a bowler on this surface. Just wonder how long Joe Root assists with staying there, whether he just shuffles a little bit. We're going back over the wicket now, Spencer Johnson. Maybe the option to shuffle down outside of off stump. Angle again. The bowlers wanted to do that, why he decided to go around and change the angle again. Let's keep it in game. He's probably thinking, okay, he might be looking to come at me now, so I'm going to maybe go across, use that bigger side again. Let's try and keep Joe Root guessing. And he makes that back and across movement initially, Root. South of the line, but field set's good, and he's still targeting that off stump, whether it's around the wicket or over the wicket. Can't free his arms completely. That's the full back for a single. 32 for 2.
Nice try. Not all of you, mate.
New strong FC.
Freshness, go on, and like the board freshness, go on, fresh, 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 I'm gonna keep it fresh. Now introduce Blood Fresh Extra. We do this longer freshness.
New age giggles. Like a connection FC.
Find a family knowing restaurant that's outdoor stadium.
इसमें हमने चीकी नगर और मुसलसल जद्दोजहद की हमारी कामयाबी हम हैं फिल्म उजाला जिंदगी में
Bowlers need.
France.
After Sander's deliveries, let's see what his game is so far, but what's happened? It was 11 to 20. It was a little bit silent, slower ball. Duckett didn't find it. Last ball, it was Duckett decided he was going to take Maxwell down and he could get further. This partnership 90 92. 33. We're going to start bringing in terms of the run rate in that first power play. Not a very simple one, not the complete opposite of spectrum, an absolute spec. Just taking those two. Nicely done example. It's very pace, the line is accurate. He's tempted Duckett on occasions with a googly, going across the angle, just sort of picking his bowling. Superb. He was only largely sure about himself. Back in the position so quickly. We realised.
The air is so small. Onto a little bit more with the left-handed back there. This one straight along. Just drag it some classy footwork. With the bloody brown to the rest.
Sweet. Oh, just a 24. Back-to-back boundaries for Ben Duckett. 100 partnership comes up. 143 for 2 up to 21.
100% great of it. With no fear of parents,
Pharmaceutical with Italian formulation. So nice, fine. Hello, haircut. Well done.
Hey, you, Bob. Stop saying when you say it. I can hear all the people smiling in my ear as well, Dan.
Better time. 7 years.
In cricket season, match to the round January, the team को दोनों से करें. Don't want to relax plus लगाएं और देखें free cricket on my phone app through my phone.
Now लेकिन कुछ पूर्ण बातें फिर हमेशा बरकरार क्योंकि विस्टा से मिल रही है अब चमकेगा पूरा पाकिस्तान. Pakistan's most common solar inverters. Knock से बेहतर कोई नहीं.
Safe and healthy chicken.
It is giving England's game here that too many batters got in, didn't go on. Job today is beautifully right through the side. It was just a little over pitch, short, and he was given nature width outside, and he picked the gap.
Joe was never going to miss out on that. Very straight cut. And he's already protecting reverse sweep. He plays very well. This is the issue Australia face. Particularly with so many right other options that they've got, Maxwell, Max Short and Travis, all just need to land. So is this an option for Joe Root to be really aggressive, make Australia change their plans? I think Australia go back time and time again to expose that back 10 overs.
Presumably there's no chance that Labuschagne or Smith will bowl Smith today, or
Potentially Labuschagne. I think would really pair that Steve Smith will over, particularly the captain these days. But it's just so hard for a part-time leg spinner with only 4 fielders out on the boundary, particularly to someone like Ben Duckett, a left-hander but plays a reverse sweep, the switch very well. It's so hard to defend. That's a better match short to the surface, keeping Duckett on the crease. One thing that you don't in a situation like this is to get on the ground, mid off the side of the circle, so he can't afford to get too full, he can't afford to get too wide, he keep Duckett.
Days of 5, 6 overs of the Hong Kong 60s is coming to its conclusion.
Got completely stumped. I was hoping they wouldn't go full length for those 150%.
Golden Pearl, Men's Life, Men's Face Wash. Face red, fresh, clean, all bright. Golden Pearl, Men's Life, Men's Face Wash. Let your face glow. Solar battery on. Better.
मुझे भी बताएं कौन चला Zero Lifestyle की AI smartwatch, Pakistan's first AI-enabled smartwatch, with room always on display on podcast. ZeroLifestyle.co.
Inverter, Sif solar battery.
Cautious, who picked up those 2 wickets in that opening power play. 2 catches from Alex Carey, one of them an outstanding catch. Owns in on another half century. He's 49 from 55, ticking along nicely.
This is what Joe Root's role I see it being this side. Got lots of aggression all around. Dalton Duck at the top. Jamie Smith getting his opportunity at 3. And Joe Root to really anchor the innings.
Mentioned those 2 wickets. The first of them is certainly another look. Alex Carey. The second one. Little simpler.
Well, they're very close. Australia in the initial power play, their fielders in the circle were back right on the ring, expecting England to come hard, but now they're creeping in, trying to build some pressure through dot balls. Sweetly struck, but straight to carry out in the deep. Just stay low when you play that pull shot on these pitches here in Pakistan. The ball tends to skid through low. Bucket has a low centre of gravity in any case. The crowd miss Ben Stokes. England have a bit as well because the balance of the side is not so easy. The absence of a genuine all-rounder like Stokes. 50 to Joe Root. Just unbelievably consistent player over such a long period of time across all formats. That's his 41st now in one-day internationals.
Well, he always makes batting look easy, but in particular today, he's just built the whole century there. He'll know he hasn't scored 100 in this format since the World Cup in England in 2019, and he'll know there is no better opportunity than this. An absolute road of a pitch, plenty of overs left. A high-class player.
$154 for 23 overs.
स्टेट लाइन बिल्कुल इग्नोबल प्लान सिर्फ 7 साल की अदायगी पर पाए 20 साल का तहफ़्फ़ुज़ State Life Insurance Corporation of Pakistan.
Champions Trophy enjoy karo. With all-rounder package. With Chalk app and TV. जो दे HD quality video. Flash fiber. #1 internet. तो यही है. Call 1218 और download the UPDCR app now.
इस क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दौरान लाइव जाने पर अपने टीवी को तोड़ने से गुरेज करें. Zone 1 Pro Max Plus लगाएं और देखें free cricket on my Zone app through my go.
Pakistan's most reliable solar inverters. Knock se behtar koi nahi.
Australia are vulnerable, having gone in with a lengthy batting lineup, leaving them vulnerable for that fifth bowling option.
That balance, isn't it? Both of these players will, we think, convert, get 100. Ducky in particular, as Michael Athens said, has been guilty of that. Such a good pitch. Steve Smith spoke about the dew. You know you need 350. So it's that balance between being ruthless but also seeing the opposition batting lineup, saying at some stage we've got to get above par. Some stage we may have to target Maxwell so that skipper has to go back to the seamers.
Measure of how much the game has changed, isn't it? You're saying they've got to get at least 350. Looking back at the last time an ICC tournament was played here in Pakistan, a long time ago, obviously. World Cup of '96, I think there were only 5 times that a team got over 300. I think how many games there are in a 50 over World Cup as well.
I think there's a couple of reasons for that. One, batters are prepared to take it on from ball one. Batters are just better. No, it's not about being better, it's just a different approach in spin today. Used his feet to Maxwell in particular, hit down the ground. But also, 96 World Cup, there was only one ball. So it got softer, it was hard to really take down the back 10, 15, even 20 overs on some wickets. A lot of reverse swing. Just a different way of looking at the game.
And just milking. Happy to milk on Maxwell in that over. 59 for 2.
Carving away a boundary on the offside. 51 of just 15 balls. Javijay not out, so he can come back in once South Africa lose another 3 wickets.
Lucky balls to...
Careful. Stay speed.
The band calling Pakistan.
Leg spin from Marnus Labuschagne, and here he is. It was apt to run in and try and bowl quick in the Sheffield Shield these days, isn't he? Even in the Test match, he ran in and tried to bowl some over bumpers and
Say quick. Like to bowl
Quickish.
Quickish, yeah.
quick through the overs. But here's a real opportunity for England. Expect Duckett to be incredibly aggressive against him. Expect many to be over pitch from Labuschagne. We'll look to be into the surface, trying to get both players to hit, particularly into the offside. Almost a defensive mindset first. Think wickets through the middle overs. Sometimes thinking defensive is about just one or two dot balls. With the modern player, sometimes that can bring an error, can bring an over correction of aggression. And his first company well. Be difficult going to a spin and bowling quick in the nets and doing it in Shield cricket, even county cricket, test matches, and then keep up the skill of leg spin, which is incredibly hard, as we know.
Glamorgan and the county championship, and bowls, runs and bowls medium pace for them as well. From time to time, the impression is just loving in the action, whatever it is, whether it's fielding, he's always looking to get in action in the field, whatever type of delivery he's bowling, or spin. Low arm spin, just see through the surface.
Also, landed every single one. Wrist spin in particular, such a hard act. Landed it really well. Can he get through the over? Got quite a few wrong ones already with the left-hand duck hit.
Yeah, pretty good from Marnus Labuschagne. We're halfway through the 50, running on 166 for 2. There, got it.
जो दे एक वीडियो फ्लैश फाइबर नंबर 1 इंटरनेट तो यही